Okay, world of YouTube, Archie here. And oh boy, what an insane tale I have to tell. And mind you, this tale is true. And I mean extremely true, to the point where I can say that the person involved with this, I literally had shooken that person's hand. So, not only yesterday, my wife had a dream of dead people in a cemetery went to visit. And in this dream, she supposedly, and I said it in another video, I'll have to say it again if you didn't catch that one, that the dead people and people that were alive were either decomposed or on their way out, still living, but sitting in these chairs. And she kept saying that these people looked like they were forgotten. They were forgotten. I kindly came up with some solutions, and now this story that has come up, literally on an ID investigation, which I will put in the description box. If anybody wants to look up the story, and if you can get and watch the TV show of the person and persons involved in this case. And boy, I never thought in a million years that I would be in this predicament and position I am in now. And boy, telling you the insanity of this story also leads to the insanity of me not knowing, literally, and shaking this person's hand. Of course, I will not bring up names in my videos. I cannot. I will be bringing you to some locations, but I cannot disclose them in the video either. All in all, I can just tell the story like it is, due to the fact of course, of the position I'm in, where of the person I know and persons literally involved. Now, of course, I have nothing to do with this, due to the fact that this did happen in 1987, but for some ironic reason, I ended up meeting a person involved with this later on, mind you. And all I can say about this person is right here in these documents, and I will put them up into the camera. And as you can see, RCAP Solutions. I've been dealing with these people for since November now. Now, due to the case, in the age of the case, in the age of the packet, I cannot use it towards RCAP in any way. But I can, like I said, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to expose RCAP in any which way I can. Because just because this is old, RCAP Solutions, and the paper reveals phone numbers of property renters that they randomly update and give out. Yes, they still do this. And back in 2012, this person I met is on this packet. So, exposure. Like I said, if RCAP wants to fuck me and my family, well, guess what? And the government don't want to help me. I am in the process of talking to a number the Attorney General gave me. But of course, I called on Friday. I've got no callbacks. But guess what? All in all, fuck them. Because this story, insane story, and the people involved, I think will be enough to take RCAP falling on their faces. Yes, yes, and I'm glad. And I can say that this was a sign beyond the dead, and this is what I talk of in my videos. I believe the dead speak to me. And I believe this dead person spoke to me. Better yet, who knows if she spoke to my wife. But, all in all, this all happened after my wife's dream, and this also happened after the fact that yesterday I met a person, told me of, that I can't say names of, but told me of an encounter they had with a ghost in their house as it was tormenting her. But yet this third story came out from my father, mind you, and he is the one who saw it on TV, and I just missed it on Investigation Discovery. Something, I will put the name, it has the name, I just gotta look it up again. The title of the show, the title of the person for the show, and it gives all the episode 5 or whatever. But yes, you can look it up. It will tell you more information. Me, like I said, I cannot do that. All I can do is tell a little bit of the story of where I am and what I found. Oh my. And it leads back to, mind you, another story I did in 2015, last year. No, 2016. I have to update it. And I gotta put the original title. Because I didn't put the title. I put Haunted Places in Mass, which I need to start changing some of my titles so you can find these. At first I started doing my videos for haunted places because I knew there were dead people there with ghosts. But the stories are coming out now. The stories are telling me things, and this one, hugely, especially when it involves theirs. So the story, now the good part. It's not good that it happened. It's just good that now that I get to expose our cap, because they wanted to just happen to fuck me over. And anybody else that's being fucked over through our cap. I guarantee after people see this and what our cap is doing, and I hope my buddy there spreads the word on this video. That's right. The story goes back in 1987, December 1st. A mother, a daughter, her son, living in a house. Just moved there 5 years. Been living there for 5 years. Now, due to this family that I can't speak of, having a troubled child through his teenage years, and he was getting very, very naughty. Alright? And let me add something before I continue. If you think of Jeffrey Dahmer, if you think of Ted Bundy, and if you think of like the Gacy story of the clown child killer. I mention these 3 people because these 3 people all had identical things that led them to murder. And I know damn well this led this man to murder. Little boy, I should call him. He couldn't even be called a man right now for what he's done. Piece of shit. But all 3 men had identical usage of pornography, which I believe I do not look upon no more. I believe, yes, I will tell no lie, in my teenage years I had my fun with it, looking at it, porn videos, blah blah blah. But later on in life it got me to turn my stomach and make me sick. Now I know why. Because a normal mind would throw that shit away. But these people know. And for this person that did a heinous murder to this woman and 2 children, just because the motive, robbery and breaking and entries, he had an infatuation with robbing people's houses. For what purpose? Money? But it does not claim any drugs involved or any infatuation, so he just must like altogether money. His parents did have money. They owned a house right across the set of woods that lied between these two houses, the one he murdered in. So he had easy access to getting in back and forth throughout all houses where he lived, which I will bring you to that house and show you. Like I said, I can't reveal anything. You will have to look up the story when it's said and done. But the story is gruesome, sick, twisted, demented. And this person that I shook hands with was not the murderer, but a relative. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. You'll have to look that up. And mind you, I'll say a couple things of this person that made me very awkward talking to that person. All I can say is, and put it in words where I can't reveal too much, which it probably will if they find out, if they see this, but whatever. But the only thing I can say is that this woman cared so much about a refrigerator. She literally cleaned it with a toothbrush in front of me. That's all I can say. I'm sure you'll get two and two together when you see this in the refrigerator thing, but that's all I can say. I will bring you to the points of interest of where this murder took place and where the people lived. But not only how ironic it is that this murder in this house and where it took place, and I don't know if this person either looked it up or found out in some demented, twisted way that on that same street that I will bring you the murder occurred. A murder identical happened back in 1973. And mind you, how insane it is, both women were teachers on the same street. I cannot reveal nothing in my videos, but I will bring you to that place of interest. And it's how ironic. So this person, this murderer, was a 17-year-old male. And just to think what this boy was thinking throughout his teenage years, to come up to this 17th year, and then it goes on to say 18, 17. So he was in the mix of being birthized in that time, whatever. But how sick and insane is that? Same street, teachers, murder, slain, and rape. The murderers raped their victims. The two children in the second murder drowned in two different bathtubs. And the relative, I shook their hand, not knowing this. If I knew this, oh my God, there would be no question of what I would say to this person if I was to, yeah, well, geez, huh? So your person did this? And I sure for fucking damn hell from the fucking graves of my souls, or strike anybody I know, or me dead, I'd say it. So, but the story is there. An insane, gruesome murder. Slain mother and children. The husband was so distraught, so destroyed. He only did the courtroom twice. One to testify of what he did that day, of walking in the house. The other was to do something else, I can't remember. And then when he sat in the courtroom, he left before the verdict was even said of what was to happen of this man. He wouldn't talk to nobody, and who knows where he is now. He could have committed suicide, for anybody knows, first. Hanging the woman happened to be a happy-go-lucky church person, very well liked in the community of the 5 years that she's been there, and everybody in the town loved her. That's it. That's all I can explain of this woman. She was just the ordinary, probably bake you a pie, bring it to your house when you move in the neighborhood type person, and insanely killed for unspeakable, dirty needs of a person, whatever them needs were, just because he liked to have money and power. That's it. So anyways, like I said, I will be bringing you to points of interest, but all in all, what if I had this case on RCAP? And to warning to all of you in RCAP of my exposure on this sons of bitches that wanted to screw me over, well, let's screw them over. Because who do you know who you're renting from? Who do you know? Does these renters get a background check throughout the system of RCAP? They sure in the hell does it on us. What about these people? A relative that had a killer amongst them. And to end this person was interviewed and asked, do you believe your son did this crime? And do you think he is innocent? Oh no, do you believe he did not do this crime? Excuse me, sorry. And do you believe he's innocent? If he did not do this crime, and if he's innocent, do you believe this? The person said to that relative, and they said, yes, I believe he did not. And I believe they're wrong, twisted, insane. So what does RCAP have today, may you ask? The question is, maybe you should ask. Because before I got this list, I was fortunate to get in an apartment of this person, but not knowing this story, RCAP, relative, murder. Oh man, have fun with that. Beware, be careful. You don't know. And people say it all the time. And it's just pure, you're lost in your own delusional world. If you think and can say, I never thought that could happen in my town. This is a small, quiet town. I don't believe this. This is insane. It's right. I don't believe that could happen here. Well, guess what? You are in hell. This is hell where you walk. And it does happen. And the crimes that I've already covered in Townsend, Deborah Quimby, the 1973 murder of the teacher in Townsend. And there was another person, a group of kids from Townsend killed someone else. And I think I have that story off. If not, I'm going back. I'm looking it up again, because that kid actually was well known throughout the Fitchburg area. And I think I have a friend that might have known him too. But there you go, murder. So what lies beyond the town of Townsend or any other small town? And why these people commit murder? Who knows? But all I know, good job, RCAP Solutions. Good job, and you're lucky this wasn't in process when I got on the system, because I would have been all over this for what you have done to me now, which is total horseshit. And we'll see what the Attorney General says, because I've already slightly talking to him, and they're more likely on my side, hopefully, when I get this number called. So watch for them next videos. Places of interest, murder scene, house of dwelling of murderer, and RCAP Solutions. Seriously? It's alright. I'll get them. I'll get you all back. If I'm not gonna win for an adjustment, I'm gonna win this way. Who do you really rent to? Or rent from? Who do you really rent from? Think about it. Be safe, take care. All of you, best of wishes to all in RCAP Solutions way. Remember, I can't even say that no more. Beware where you go. maybe you should ask about that renter. Are they safe? Till the next video, YouTube Nation, you salute out.